We've all been there. The dreaded black peel starts to form, and you're thinking, great, I guess I'm stuck making banana bread again. But I hear you, home chefs. Bananas are just an incredible fruit. There's so much more than just banana bread. So today I'm going to show you 3 ways to quickly turn your overripened bananas into delicious treats that isn't banana bread. I know, it's hard to believe it's possible, but we can do it. Now, for most recipes, you'll want to mash up the banana. They're going to be quite soft, so it's just about embracing that. Now, what I do is A, always add in one more than any recipe usually says. I want banana flavor, so I'm getting banana flavor. And B, is sprinkle in some vanilla sugar while mashing up the banana. It adds that vanilla hint and helps break down the banana. But don't do this with the last recipe. I've got something special in mind, so stick around to the end with a few spare bananas. And by the way, I am by no means anti-banana bread, so you can check out my latest banana bread recipe in this video if you're now suddenly craving it after I've definitely said banana bread too many times now. First up, let's ease you in with these delicious muffins. Along with our mashed banana, you'll need 250 grams of self-raising flour, 110 grams of caster sugar, baking powder, about a teaspoon, bicarbonate of soda, roughly half a teaspoon, vanilla sugar or vanilla extract if you don't have it. Then for the wet ingredients, 75 grams of melted butter, 2 whole eggs, and then I like to mix in 75 milliliters of condensed milk with about 50 milliliters of whole milk for a bit more texture and sweetness. That should all add up to about 12 smaller muffins, or as I prefer, 6 bigger ones. Line the meats with a muffin case, and then set that aside as well as preheating the oven to about 180 degrees Celsius. Right, starting with the dry ingredients, in a large bowl, sift in the flour and add in the baking powder and soda as in the sugar. Pinch of salt too, and then mix well. Ooh, okay, not that well. Into a separate bowl, crack in the eggs and the remaining wet ingredients. Then in goes the star banana, and give that a proper good mix. And while we do that, if you're enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Add the wet to the dry, and now gently fold it all in. We don't want too much air forming, so just make sure there are not flecks of flour hanging around, and we're good to go. Add the mixture a spoonful at a time until it's pretty much at the edge of the muffin case, topping up as needed, and then an optional is to add some chocolate chips onto the top. I prefer to add it at this stage so the body of the muffin stays whole, and then you get this beautiful chocolate spots on the head. But you can add it directly to the batter if you so desire. Then it's into the oven for 20 minutes-ish, and they should come out golden brown and absolutely perfect. The self-raising flour helps everything rise effortlessly, and the extra banana makes these an excellent and much quicker alternative to banana bread if you still want something baked. Okay, next I want to move on to something a bit fancier, a bit
more French.
Yes, that. I like to think of it as a pave de banane, delicious combo of biscuits and custard. Grab your mashed banana again, and then you'll need 2 egg yolks whisked, 40 grams sugar split equally in 2, some cornstarch, about 2 tablespoons, 200 milliliters whole milk, and 15 grams melted butter. In a bowl, whisk together one of your sugar parts, cornstarch, and egg yolks until silky smooth. Then, put it aside as we start heating the milk. Bring to a simmer, watch out, and then mix in the remaining sugar. Now a handy trick is to take a tablespoon of the hot milk and add that to our yolks to help temper the eggs and stop them scrambling. Do that a few times and then slowly pour in the eggs while constantly whisking. Depending on the amount you're making, this will thicken up quite quickly, and we don't want to overcook this, otherwise it won't set properly. So keep mixing for a few minutes and then removing the heat completely. Then to really get the flavour, pour in the butter and of course our beautiful banana. At this point I would highly recommend straining this as well if you have the patience. It comes out a million times more smooth and silky. At this point you have a few options. You could eat it warm like this as a nice warm soothing pudding, cover and set in the fridge overnight for a banana custard, or French it up by constructing a sort of pave. For this I carefully ship in a bottled layers of biscuit and custard into a nice glass, and then set that overnight before topping with whipped cream. The biscuits soften just enough overnight to make a really deliciously texturally balanced dessert.
Blooming marvellous.
Yes, thank you. Right, onto what is without doubt my absolute favourite. When I lived in Indonesia, I was introduced to something called pisang goreng, or fried banana, and it was a game changer. There they tend to use plantains instead, and it is often a savoury side dish, snack or starter. But if you use the common sweeter banana we have here, or in America, it's truly unique and a delicious dessert I can recommend everyone tries. And it can be easy to make as well. It's worth playing around with the batter, so find one you like, but even the most basic works, and I'll show you. Get your not mashed bananas, and then you'll need 140 milliliters of very cold water, some baking powder, about a teaspoon, and 100 grams of self-raising flour, plus oil for frying. That's it. Whisk everything together until it's really thick, smooth batter, and then to make the frying easier, cut the bananas in half and fully coat them in that batter before priming for the deep fry. Fry for 3 to 4 minutes and they should start to look golden and brown on all sides. A couple of mine, the batter split open, which is not ideal, but it doesn't stop them being absolutely delicious when they come out. Now the best advice I can give you now is use cinnamon sugar. Cinnamon just works with these things. Mix together some cinnamon and sugar and dust these bad boys liberally. Sprinkle over some icing sugar as well, and you have a sweet, crisp exterior and melt in your mouth banana-y goodness interior. You can thank me later. So with that, I hope you've got some more options in your arsenal for the next time you've got some bananas that have gone over to the dark side. Bananas are the easiest things to work with. These will take 15 minutes max to make. Okay, the pave needs to set overnight, fair enough, but it only takes 50 minutes to assemble. There, we got it. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.